Libra, I love you, okay? And I have a Libra stellium. Libra rising, okay? So nothing against you at all. But this reading is kind of like tough love, okay? I've tried a few times to kind of like read this in a way that is gentle and nice and really Venusian and Empress, but sometimes tough love is what's required. Now, of course, I could be picking up on somebody else's energy that you're dealing with, but I do have a lot of Libra cards here that are telling me it's you. But you take it as it resonates. And this is a general tarot card reading, so this might not be your message. So if you feel like this offends you, well, either you need to listen or it's just not your reading. You be the judge, you know best. So I have your cards all pulled out because, like I said, I was trying to do the reading in a nice way, and I thought, like, let's just be straight up. Let's not fake it with Libra here, okay? And I feel like that's a message for you. Don't sugarcoat anything. Don't fake anything. And it's not like I was faking the message, but I was definitely trying to read the lighter side of it when the the ugly truth is right in front of you, okay? And this is your message. Somebody feels like you're being surface level. Again, switch it if you need. Somebody feels like you are vain, okay? They do. And that you're kind of a know-it-all. And I also am seeing here that somebody feels like you took advantage of someone. Whether they're right or not, I don't know. But this is what Spirit wants to tell you. So the oracle cards I got out for you before I pulled the tarot is Eagle and Help from Above, which is beautiful air energy, your energy, seeing things from a bird's eye perspective, taking a larger look at things, okay? And I think that the eagle is a beautiful energy too because it's precise, it's exact, it's wise. It is a predator though, let's not forget. And then I got Beauty from 2 separate decks, which is astounding that this came out twice. And I thought at first, okay, this is beautiful. Libra's, really focusing on the beautiful side of life, etc., etc. But the more I sat with the cards, the more I felt like there's a distraction here. Beauty is distracting you, either your own physical beauty or material things, gathering material things, trying to fill in the holes and the gaps with things that aren't for your highest good. Careful of how you're coming off at this time, Libra. Okay, I feel like it's not the best energy here. I was also discussing in the previous recording about how I'm seeing this real interesting balance here between air and earth, with air being the eagle and Help from Above and earth being beauty. And how the Empress, of course, is Libra and Taurus, which is air and earth. That you share that card, the Empress, which is Venusian, Venus energy, which is in retrograde right now. And I feel like that's part of the problem. Your natural, beautiful energy is being challenged right now planetarily from, the astrological alignments. And so whether your intentions are good or not, I feel like your perception could come off a little bit weird at this time. And as I pulled out the cards, I got the Hierophant here for your strength, which is the Taurus card. So Taurus shares Venus with you and then has Hierophant. You also have, the Empress, and then you also have Justice. So that's very interesting because Venus is soft, warm, loving. Empress, I keep meaning to say Empress is soft, warm, loving. But then you have Justice, which is cold, hard, analytical, authoritative. Same with the Hierophant for Taurus energy. It's cold, it's institutional. It's taking those Libra values that you bring, those analytic skills of truth and justice that you bring into a material form in terms of like the court of law or a university or the medical system or whatever the case is here, some kind of institution here. Taurus takes your brilliance and grounds it. So those are very different energies than the Empress. And I feel like you're trying to mask some of your coldness that you have about a particular situation, which is probably very justified, with this Empress energy, and people are seeing right through it. That's how I feel, or at least somebody feels that. So you might as well just lead with your justice, okay? You might as well just lead with that, but do it from a place that is fair and true to you and for the highest good of all, not just for yourself. Yeah, Libra, you're super powerful and you're beautiful and you're kind and all of those things. But the energy that you work with can be difficult. And it's not hard for people to gain this skewed or negative perception of you. So where are you right now? Two of Swords. You're about to make a decision about something here. I feel like you are being pulled between going with your heart in terms of what is best on the material world, what will benefit the relationships I'm involved with, what will, benefit my career on paper or get me more money, or, how will this make me look better or more attractive, versus where is this going to take? What do I know about this? How does this further my knowledge? As a Libra, you could be, this is just an example, but it's maybe Friday night and you're learning something really intense and difficult and really important. And then your friends call up and say they want to go have drinks with you. And you're like torn. You're like, I don't know what to do here. I want to study this thing. I want to learn about this because it's important to me. It's in my justice energy. But then my friends want to have fun and I want to be in that Venus kind of, social environment and be beautiful and look good and all of these things and go out and enjoy myself. So you get pulled between the two. So if you happen to go with your friends, what ends up happening, I don't know where this analogy is coming from, but it must be for someone. What ends up happening is you go there and then you end up talking about all the things you're studying, and how much you know about a particular subject because it's all on your mind. And then people look at you like you're a snob. That's what happens in this scenario. But you're not. You chose the wrong activity for that night. You were more mentally invested in something. Or conversely, you could be studying something really black and white, something legal, right? Or whatever the case is. You could be thinking about designing something, doing something that's got right and wrong, facts, needs objectivity. But then all of a sudden your Empress side creeps in and you're bringing all this emotion to it, and then that flops because that's not what's required. So you really need to be careful right now about where you're going and how you're leading, because I'm seeing here that it's like you have to walk a fine line in the middle. In the past, we had the Five of Pentacles. Two people, I don't know who they are, but they felt left out in the cold by you. And what you learned from this past experience is the Six of Pentacles. And I'm seeing this as like someone else's loss turned out to be your gain. And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's the just thing. And that's just what happens, even without us trying to make that happen. But here, it really feels like somebody is not happy with you about that, okay? Or two people at least. What I forgot to say, what's crossing you with the Two of Swords is the Six of Wands. This is victory. This is wanting public recognition and acknowledgement for all of the things you've done. And you have done beautiful things, but now is not the time to expect to be celebrated. I'm sorry, Libra. It's just not. Not for whoever I'm talking to. Okay? Maybe this isn't your reading, but you'll know, and somebody needs it. The Strength of the Hierophant card here. I'm seeing this as Taurus and Libra, right? Like hanging out here. It's to balance those earth and air energies that you experience in the Venus or in the Empress. Why do Venus is just like screaming at me right now, okay? So forget the Empress card and just think about Venus. She's the planet of love, beauty, material. But, you know, Venus has a darker side as well. There's polarity in everything. Nothing's been totally 100% benevolent, including yourself, okay? You have a shadow as well. And the shadow of Venus is coldness. Going back to the Empress card now, the Empress card can be associated with Demeter, who's the mother of Persephone. And when Persephone went into the underworld, Demeter went looking for her, but was very depressed, you know, was very upset that she had lost her daughter, understandably. So everything died, you know, because she was Mother Gaia. She grew the earth, right? So when Persephone went away, she just let everything die, and winter came. And then we have that cold Libra element coming in there for Demeter, for the Empress card. Don't forget about that aspect of yourself, how cold you can be. And I'm saying this as someone who has Libra stellium, Libra rising. I know this too, okay? It's just about how you use it. Libra catches a lot of heat from other signs, okay, and other people who don't have good Libra associations, because there's a coldness associated, or that Libras actually can perpetuate, while at the same time insisting that they're loving, okay? Because you are, but not everybody experiences that tension that you go through. In the near future, we have the Knight of Cups. I love this, okay? So this is bringing back some of that warmth here. And I feel like you're bringing back this warmth by being open and willing to listen to what others have to say to you. Let's find out a little bit more about that. Judgment here. It did come out in reverse, but I feel like any past judgments that have been made against you, you have the potential to shift people's perspectives here of you if you just bring a little bit more warmth in. Don't feel like you need to prove yourself. Don't feel like you need to teach anyone anything. Don't come, be very careful of coming off as like, I heard the Messiah, okay, or as like oh boy. It's really as a know-it-all. I'm not saying that that's what you're trying to do, but it is a big perception. I feel like Spirit wants me to tell you this because it could harm you in some way. So it's not about changing who you are, but it's being aware of your strong presence. Be a little bit softer here. And when I mean soft, I don't mean being beautiful and that kind of thing. I mean being the Knight of Cups, being open and receptive. To give away some of your love there, okay? How others are seeing you. This is also why I'm taking this tone with you, Libra, which I'm so sorry. I hate being like this, but that's my Libra. See? Case in point, okay? It's like I want to tell you black and white what the fuck is going on here. But at the same time, I'm like, Libra, please, I don't mean that. I love you. See? I'm doing it right now with you, okay? There's other readers who would come on and be like, Libra, what the fuck are you doing? You need to stop this, cut out this crap. And they wouldn't care, right? But I don't want to hurt you, And so I'm doing the very thing almost by trying to like tiptoe back and forth, placate you. I'm doing the very thing that Spirit is advising that you don't do. All right, so how people are seeing you. The King of Swords here, which is good, I thought, right? Like really good. Okay, you know what you know, you're very in charge, but then hiding behind that is the Queen of Swords in reverse. I mean, this is a real big arrogance here. It is. I feel like, Libra, you need to bite your tongue a little bit here with something. Let others take the lead. Yes, you've accomplished a lot. Yes, you know the truth about a lot of things. But what makes you want to prove that to people? What is it? Oh, this is so difficult. I know your intentions are good. All right. Outside influence, Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're dealing with someone, a water sign, who's very sensitive, emotionally and intuitive, could be a Cancer, but very sensitive here to your fluctuations or any kind of persona you might put up. They're intuitive, and it's because this is the problem, is like they're intuiting this kind of push-pull dynamic that's happening while Venus is retrograde. You know, they're sensing that, how it's affecting you, which of course they probably don't know that it's Venus retrograde, right? They're just seeing that something's off with you, and they're starting to have a negative view of you, I feel like. I feel like this person loves you, but right now they're looking at you like, look at her face, like, Libra, what's going on over there with you? Okay. I'm going to clarify in the extended. I think I want to do like a you versus them in the extended. It doesn't have to be a water sign, but it's whoever this, energy is here who's, I think they're really looking at you, like, what's going on with you? They're finding you difficult to deal with. And I feel like you feel like you're not being recognized, or you're not being seen for how beautiful you are. And that's exactly what they're not liking, that you feel that way. Okay, your hopes and your fears, 5 of Wands. See, you're trying to avoid conflict here, I feel like, with somebody, which Libra tends to do. But again, it's like in that avoiding conflict, you can come off insincere. Because you will take a stance very strongly, like, no, this is my belief, and I'm not really open to entertaining other ideas. You are open to entertaining other ideas, though. But when somebody kind of pushes your values, it's a little bit hard for you to retract on your position. Think about like changing a law, justice. It's like changing the law with you. Once you've decided what's fair and what's right, it's really hard for you to go back. And so you're trying to avoid engaging in that. I also feel like you don't want any competition in some aspect of your life here. This Queen of Cups might be competitive with you, although I don't feel like she is. He, she, doesn't matter. They really, genders, not in here. Okay, the final outcome. The outcome. The Devil with the Ace of Pentacles. Oh my goodness, Libra. We got to find out, what are you trying to run from here? Because like you're focusing very much on like money, beauty, material things here, but it's not coming from the best place. It's covering something up. It's a distraction. That's what it is. It's a distraction. I also feel like there's some opportunity coming in here for you, and it's not the time to take it, anything new. business anything that's like brand new, comes out of left field, nowhere. It's like, take your time with it. 15 days at least to decide, and 2 weeks. If you get an offer, say you need 2 weeks. I'm seeing that with the Devil card. I also think you need to think about your relationship here to possessions or future goals of possessions. How focused are you on that? What is this covering up? What's the core wound issue deal here that just fell out to? 4 of Cups. You feel rejected. You've been rejected by someone or something at some point in your life. So this is kind of overcompensation here. The Moon in reverse. Yeah. Okay, Libra, I know. Don't shoot the messenger. I know. Okay, but this is for your benefit, this message, so that you can see things from a different perspective here. Okay, so I'm going to get into the extended, do like a you versus them for whoever you're dealing with, and find out, what actions they're going to take and some advice for you about how you can manage the situation. Know that I love you so much. I know your intentions are really positive. I know it's difficult for you to have this push-pull between earth and air. I know that. You're also a cardinal sign, so you are a leader. Okay, but you're also supposed to be the balance, which is difficult. Like Aries, also a leader. Capricorn, also a leader. Cancer, also a leader. All cardinals, right? But out of all of them, you're the one who's supposed to be balanced all the time, whereas they can just do what they need and want to do, especially Aries, right? So, which is opposite to you. So I feel like, it's a little bit of a struggle, because how can you pave the way when you're always supposed to be being balanced and considering all sides? All right, Libra, I love you so much. If I don't see you in the extended, well, let's get a message from your guides here and see what they have to say for you as a word of advice. For Libra, okay, we have reach out, support, and intuitive nudges. Okay, so in support, people come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. We know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it's truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. Intuition is the language of the soul. We are all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. Libra, I love you so much. I'll see you next time.